guys, welcome back to the next video, and in this video we will talk about refinery, squad equipment and everything that comes with this building. I know this is a little bit of a late video and many people already know about this thing in detail, but there are a few questions I received which implied that people are still a bit confused and they are in process of figuring things out. I hope this video helps everyone in that sense. It is a long overdue video, so let's begin. So, simple cycle. We have these things called ore that we refine to get alloy, and in the smith section we can forge these alloys into squad equipment, and then we can either put it on each of the squads, or we can dismantle them, or we can use to smelt them, right? Now this much most people already know. But what are the nuances that people mostly miss? Let's check those out while I explain all these things, even for a new player. My goal at the end of this video is everyone having in-depth understanding of all of these things, right? So first of all, let's go to refinery. Now these ores are of three types. We have common, we have rare, and we have elite ores, right? Now we can refine these three different type of ores and can obtain four different kinds of alloys. We have common, we have premium, we have elite, and we have legendary. Now based on the ore, the alloy grade are randomly selected at the time of refining. Better ore is equal to increased chance of better fire forged alloy. Refining takes some time, as you can see on the screen, and we have different kind of machine oils that can basically speed it up, right? So they are basically speed ups. At level 4 of this building, you can unlock all 6 refineries. The more you refine, the more XP you will get, and you can then level it up. So my recommendation, use speed ups on higher grade alloy refining and level up your refinery faster. The faster you reach level 4, the better it is. Now you can always raid random players as well. You can refresh it as many times as you want. Like for example over here, I can just click and finish the raid, right? Now this raid will take 15 minutes. Now there's this thing called energy cans that you can use to reduce 10 minutes out of the 15 minutes that we saw. And we have smoke grenade, which will hide your squad if somebody try to stop your raid. You can click on member alliance. Over here, anybody in your alliance, if they are getting raided, it will appear over here and you can try to stop that raid. So if they used smoke grenade, you won't be able to see their lineup. It's as simple as that. You can always set up your defense. Over here, it's basically exactly like your Arena of Doom. So the setup is exactly like that. Now these raids you can do up to 5 times. I don't know how raid team works, but when I do, I'll let you know. So far, I know the first one, and that's what I showed you. Now there's this thing called refinement pass, which will give you some benefits like extra speed ups, more elite ores, extra raid attempts, and extra raid rewards. The main thing that it offers is auto refining while you're online, which is great provided you're online for a longer period of time compared to what it shows over here. So it will be helpful in that case, right? Now note, would I recommend taking this pass? No. My third video after this one will explain why. Now let's go to armory. Now each troop type can have up to 4 equipment. You have mask, you have firearm, you have tactical weapon, bulletproof vest. That is what provides each of these squads certain buffs. You can see buffs over here, right? Now what is job? All the 4 equipments are here, and whichever one you select will have increased chance of getting a higher grade part while forging in the smith. And as you can see, proficiency level increases as you forge. So the more forging you do of this particular selected equipment, it will increase the chances of a higher grade equipment even more. Now we have 4 different classes of equipment. On the screen you can see how much each class of equipment contributes towards the proficiency level. Now job can be changed for free once every 30 days. After you change the job, a portion of this proficiency level will get transferred to the new job. Now in Smith you can see 4 different grades of equipment or classes, as you say. You can click over here. Legendary are 10 different types with 2 basic attributes each. Elite a total of 6 with 2 basic attribute each. Rare and commons are 3 with 1 basic attribute each. Now apart from basic attribute, Elite and Legendary can have something called a specialized attribute. Elite can have 1 additional and Legendary can have 3. Now thing to note over here, basic attributes are not squad specific, but specialized attribute can be squad specific. Unlike in armament where you can change the own attributes, specialized attribute over here are fixed and cannot be changed, and what you get at the time of forging is what you have. These are the specialized attributes that you can potentially get. Special prefix are basically an additional feature that is added on top of your equipment. Now based on the fire forged alloy, these are the different grade of equipment that you can expect. Common to elite, and these are the percentages. And as I change different alloy, you'll see the expected grade over here and different percentages over here. So higher the alloy, the more chances you have of getting a better equipment. Now you can always add augment material. This will increase the chances of a higher grade equipment to come even more. And where does this percentage come from? It just comes from the lowest one and get distributed to the higher ones. That's about it. And you have 2 of these, Elite and Legendary. Elite will give you additional 5% and Legendary give a little more. I don't have exact percentage, but it is more than 5% for sure. But these buffs can be viewed in forging buff. It comes from the job and any augment material that you use. For example, if I switch to a different equipment, you'll only see the augment material buff, but no job buff, right? So this is only for that. And regardless of what grade alloy you use, you only use 100 for each equipment forging. Now let's see the back. All the equipment that you forge will be moved over here. Now here you can dismantle them or manage them. Now dismantling gives you enhanced alloy, which is used for enhancing the equipment under the manage tab. Now if you dismantle an enhanced equipment, a portion of the enhanced alloy used in upgrading the equipment will be returned along with the unenhanced equipment which it was originally present. For example, if I dismantle this one, which I won't do it, I will get a portion of enhanced alloy used to enhance this equipment plus this equipment with no enhancement, right? Also, the higher grade equipment you dismantle, the more of enhanced alloy you get. Now in manage, we can enhance and we can smelt. Enhancement will increase the basic attribute of the equipment, and for this you need enhanced alloy, which we get from dismantling. Enhancement can be done to equipment of all grades because all of them has basic attribute. Now smelting. Now smelting improves specialized attribute of the equipment, so this is available to elite and legendary. Now how to smelt? You need equipment of same grade and part with at least one specialized attribute of same type with a higher value as the one you are trying to upgrade. What does that mean? Basically, to upgrade this particular equipment, I need another legendary gun with at least one of these attributes with a higher percentage than what I have on this. For example, if I want to increase the range squad attack, I need another gun of legendary type with range squad attack more than 5.1%. Then it will show up over here. I can select only one specialized attribute at a time. You can see that you can only select one, and then over here you can select the equipment that you have with this criteria is met, and then you smelt. Now what happens after smelting? Now smelting will upgrade the value of this attribute, and it will be a random value between the upper and the lower limit set by the two equipment that we use in smelting. The lower limit will be this 5.1 and the upper limit will be the value that is coming from the equipment that I select from here. So this is how you upgrade your equipment. Now the last thing we have with this building is auction house. Auction house is where you sell your equipment in the market for gold, but there are some rules. You can check it over here. Each equipment listing will cost 50 gold. You can use your linked gold for this. If item is delisted for any reason, like item did not sell within 48 hours, which is the max limit, or you delisted it manually, 10 gold will be deducted and 40 will be returned. After listing, your equipment will appear in the auction house at an irregular interval. Basically it will be there, but people have to refresh to find yours specifically, and anybody can purchase it. Now how the transaction works? a buyer can only use unlinked or the regular gold for payment. Once the payment is done, it enters a 1-minute review period, and after that, buyer will get the equipment and seller gets the gold. And there is a handling fees that is deduced from this gold. How much is the handling fees? It is 8% of the listing price or 30,000 gold, whichever one is lower. Now, gold earned by the seller will be linked gold. So that is something to note. One person can list up to 5 equipment at one time maximum. Elite equipment price range is 100 gold to 10,000 gold, and legendary equipment price range is 200 gold to a million gold. You cannot go outside of this range, both on lower limit or upper limit. And once sold, equipment can't be relisted in auction house for 3 days by the buyer. Also, you can filter the kind of equipment that you want to see, which is a really nice feature. So this is everything that this building brings to us. Now, what to do about all this? The key aspect to all this is smelting. So one thing to keep in mind, enhancement level of the target equipment that you are upgrading and the material equipment that you are using does not matter. The only two things that matter are both the equipments need to be of same grade, has to be legendary gun in this case, and at least one specialized attribute should match. And of course, the special attribute value of the one you're bringing should be higher than the target one you are upgrading. Now, what is the best way to smelt? There are 3 basic rules that you can keep in mind. 1. Pick your target equipment. This is the equipment that has both basic attributes that are useful and at least 2 of the specialized attributes that are useful. So that is what is your target. Second is your sacrificial equipment. These are the ones that you use to upgrade your target equipment. This one has at least one specialized attribute that is common with your target attribute and has a higher value. The basic attribute of sacrificial equipment should not be useful one. If they are useful, they can be counted in the target equipment category, right? And the third is useless equipment. You can dismantle those and get enhanced alloy, or you can always auction those out if you want. Now we know that in smelting, the upper limit of specialized attribute is set by the sacrificial equipment, meaning smelting to improve the sacrificial equipment does not make sense. I mean, it's obvious. Just think about it, you'll know why I'm saying this. Now personally, I do feel it is a bummer that the new value of specialized attribute will be lower than what the sacrificial equipment brings. But this is exactly why you need to make sure that your target equipment is worth upgrading. So select your target equipment very carefully. Now anyway, I hope this video helps, and if you have any specific questions in mind, feel free to reach me in the game or in the comment section. I'm in region 313, Alliance NFG. I might reply late, but I will surely reply. And I always appreciate you guys for watching my videos, and I will see you guys in the next one very soon.